Hi, after launching the S6s, which is a selfie focused smartphone, Gionee seems to have launched a new smartphone for the Indian market. It's called the S6 Pro. It was launched just today. We have the device with us. Let's do an unboxing and we'll also do a first impressions of the device for you as well. The box is a nice and boxy design. It's all plastic with a photo of S6 Pro outside. Now on opening the lid, you can see that the phone is placed in a nice little jacket. Let's remove that. We'll talk about the phone in a bit. Once you remove the phone and keep it aside, you can see that there are a few other things inside, like the manual. Let's keep this aside as well. Underneath the manual, you can see that there is a pin for the SIM tray as well. And Gionee, as usual, gives you a screen guard, and it also gives you a cover which you can install on your phone. It also provides you with a nice 3.5 mm cable earphone, which is of the in-ear type. Apart from that, you do also get let's check, yeah, the USB type C port cable for the phone as well. And you have the power adapter. We don't know if this is fast charging yet. We'll definitely check that for you. Now before we move on to the FI, let's take one closer look at the phone as well. One thing I missed is that Gionee also gives you a screen guard and a cleaning cloth. Here's the phone in all its glory. So this is the S6 Pro. Gionee has used a metal unibody design for the phone. On the front is a nice large 5.5 inch full HD display. You can see that the colors are vibrant. We haven't tested it out in bright sunlight yet, so we'll check about the sunlight legibility pretty soon. You also get this nice physical clicky home button. This home button also incorporates the fingerprint sensor. Apart from that, on the sides you can see that there is the power button and the volume rocker. On first attempts, it does seem to give a good tactile feedback, so that's pretty good. We'll go to the bottom of the device and you can see that Gionee has used a USB Type-C port, and there are two speaker grills right next to it. On this side you can see that there is an opening for the SIM tray. On the top you have the 3.5 mm jack. At the back you have this 13 megapixel sensor with a flash for support as well. And on the front above the display you have the earpiece and the front 8 megapixel camera. Apart from that, the Gionee S6 Pro comes with Android 6.0 Marshmallow and Amigo UI 3.2 on top of it. You can see that Gionee has bundled a ton of third-party apps, which is not something that we generally appreciate, but we'll talk about that more in the entire review. Let's go and take a look at the settings to figure out what is the storage like. So it's tucked deep into the advanced settings. You can see that internal storage around 12.12 GB of 64 GB is already used, which means that Gionee has filled it up with a ton of applications that you might not need. Let's find out if we can delete those applications. I'm pretty sure you can. Looks like yes, you can uninstall the application, so which is pretty good. If you don't require that space, that app to take up that space, then you can probably delete them. But you do have some interesting apps like Facebook and Instagram already preloaded. This is an out-of-the-box device, so we are pretty sure that this is what you will get in the retail unit as well. A nice little camera app. This camera app has multiple modes when you swipe through screens. There's something called a face beauty. Let's just switch that and you will see that the face beauty mode actually comes up, and there is a photo mode and an HDR mode. The photo mode is your regular mode, then you have your HDR mode. In the photo mode you also do get multiple filters. We tested the camera outside and it seemed a little slow to focus. but you know, it seemed this is one of the images we got out of the this thing, and you can see that there is a lot of bloom. So let's go, and we'll definitely check the detail of you know, the photo clarity of the camera later on. Apart from this, the phone does seem snappy. As for the internals, the phone runs a Helio P10 SoC. It comes with 4 GB of RAM. That's it for our first impressions. Do stay tuned for the entire review. As for the price of the S6 Pro, it is retailing at 23,999. Now, at that price, the phone actually competes with the likes of, you know, the Mi5 and the Lenovo Z2 Plus. So let's see how it compares against the rest, but it does have a good offline play, Gionee, so it might just sell well. Stay tuned for our full review. Thank you so much.